And again, we're going to talk quarterbacks here in a second, but as camp has gone on, it's been kind of what you expected. The Judkins thing's kind of off to the side. Mason Graham, baby. He looks pretty good. He looks pretty good.
People love to hate on him so early for no reason, and I think it's because
they didn't have pads on. What do you want him to do?
And I'll admit it, like, he was fat when we drafted him.
Fine.
And I wasn't worried about that in the slightest. When they get here, they're going to get him in right shape.
They'll get to what they need. And there's a different system that he's going to play here than he did at Michigan. You're hoping that he can evolve to that. I think Carson Schlesinger is going to have a really good season for the Browns. I liked that pick a lot over there with him. They're going to need a wide receiver. They had to waive Michael Woods. But camp has gone kind of as expected. Injuries, unfortunately, are always a part of it. And here we are, and we turn our attention to the quarterbacks. So pick it out. And I don't want that to be the signal to be like, well, Kenny Pickett is out of this race. He's not missing months, okay? He's going to miss a couple of days. He might even miss a week. And I don't know the severity of his hamstring, and everybody freaks out because they can come back, sure, and Pickett's a little bit of a mobile guy and all that. But it's like people are so instantly quick to be like, oh, okay, well, now we're off to the other stuff. The only thing that hurts here is that Pickett is trying to pick the offense up. If Joe Flacco kind of got hurt with something, you're like, well, he doesn't need all these reps. He wasn't getting all those reps anyway. But out of camp, it's interesting to watch the divide where it was clear Pickett and Flacco were over here and the rookies were over here. And then they kind of had to be forced to give Shedeur some first team reps. And you know where I stand on people, well, he was first up here, he's first up here. They don't know. The coaches have a plan about what they're going to do and what they want to see. And it was funny that, my former colleagues over there at ESPN Cleveland, they have the quarterback tracker and everybody loves it. And J.J. Watt goes, well, it doesn't mean anything because you don't know what they're looking for in this particular play or what's going on here. At this point, I think camp has gone as expected with the quarterbacks. But now I think you are down to two. And if you're down to Dillon Gabriel and Joe Flacco, it's going to be Joe Flacco to start. Now, Darryl Ryder, who I trust very much, had a great tweet. He feels like this team is getting Dillon Gabriel ready to play. I believe that. I don't think it's for week one. I think he'd be doing a disservice to Dillon and this team to throw him out there game one. Do I think Dillon Gabriel's going to play this year? Yes. I wish I could place a wager on that. Speaking of wagers, it's later. I wish I could place a wager on that because I know he's going to play. Do I know Shedeur Sanders is going to play? Probably. But I think it has just opened this path up to what we were going to do the whole time. The rookies are going to play a lot in preseason. You're going to see Pickett and Flacco in these joint practices, maybe a little sprinkle of them in the first couple of games. Third game, Flacco's out there. He's starting week one, and that's just how it's going to go.
Yeah, people were quick to write off Kenny Pickett after the hamstring injury, and I know those are never fun and they can linger, but I kind of was the same thing as you. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, yes, I understand it's not ideal, but he's going to be back sooner than later. But I think what it comes into, how thin is that margin between that being the reason that, okay, now you have a hamstring injury, well, let's go back to the Flacco well. Is that the main reason? I don't know, but I agree. Dillon Gabriel's going to play 100%. And I just think it's malpractice if you don't start Shedeur a game and let him see what he has in the NFL. Is Dillon Gabriel going to come in, start, and light up the world? Is he going to, a couple games in, already get us thinking, oh, he is our franchise quarterback. He's got the kit. I don't think that's going to happen. And I just think if you don't play Shedeur and you trade him, that's the most Cleveland thing ever for him to go be a franchise story quarterback when you had him here and you didn't even put him on the field.
No, he'll play because you got to find out what you are for next year.